Guys, my name's Mightman, welcome to another weapon review video. Now today, I do apologise, I'm now back from a week-long holiday in a sense. I'm away from obviously doing anything I guess. But today we are going to be reviewing the rest of the Dawn stuff, and we are currently having the Dawn SMG. This is one of the ones I am actually excited for. This is a 55 caliber SMG, has 999 rounds, and it takes... Oh, hold on, let me just take that off, if it lets me. There we go. And it takes 1.75 seconds to reload, and it shoots 8.57 shots per second, a very specific number, and does 9.5 damage per hit, 2 projectiles per shot, and has a 40-degree firing cone with 15% minimum critical chance. You need to be level 75 to equip it, but you need to be level 400 to actually craft this. It has 100% PvE Armour Penetration. Noise is reduced by 50%. It has a slowness effect by 15% for 2 seconds, and this can be obviously dismantled in the Dawn parts. Let's have a look at the actual grinding set it's got here. Yeah, this looks like it could be pretty much goddamn good. The update to SMGs have made a lot of them, if not all of them, a lot better than they used to be. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm going to do the weapon review preset for now. We are currently in Death Row, we are in Ground Zero. This would be a perfect place to actually show this off and see how it goes. To cap preferences, I understand that the cap Ground Zero has changed. I will be looking at it in my own time. But we are actually got negative damage now, so we are now negative 14, or 16, sorry. So we are going to have less damage overall, but I'm going to let the aggro build up before I'm just going to start shooting. So I can see this is actually doing a lot of work here with the 100% armor penetration already, but it is still fairly weak for what it is, considering obviously I am minus damage as well. Now I know quite a lot of this area is going to be aggro, and because of obviously the 100% armor penetration, I am going to be testing this down here. This would work in obviously other places. With Death Row you can get the expectation that if it works down here, it can work near enough everywhere. Oh, there we go. So, the weapon, it does have a decent firing rate. I don't have any dexterity implants as far as I'm aware. I can't see any on the list. I've got negative damage, as I said, and it's doing fundamentally well. The damage per shot per hit is doing not too bad as well. Obviously, the crowd control isn't particularly good at this stage, but that 100% armor penetration does help, and obviously the cleavers here don't actually have any knockback. They have knockback resistance, so it makes things a little bit more difficult to get that kind of baseline. The Dawn SMG is fairly good. You can hear obviously the sound is muffled as well, so it's actually potentially going to be useful for maybe looting with a SMG. But so far I'm actually okay with it. This will still do fine. This will do actually really good around the bunker, obviously with its base form. It will do a little bit of surprising support in the wastelands and Raven Ridge as well. That would be good. Obviously in deep wasteland, I probably wouldn't say this at its base form would be good, purely because obviously I've got obviously less damage. But with the thing that's kind of a kicker for me on this already is the attack speed. It is faster than it is fast, but you need faster in honesty. So what I'm going to do is going to take myself back to the Ground Zero spot here. I'm going to let the elites fight them. I'm going to find a nice quiet spot back here. I'm just going to open it up, my inventory up, and change them out. I'm curious to see if they have done what else we've done here. So we're going to put on the grind stuff here, and things are going to look a lot better. So we now have 169 damage, and we also have the 45% plus 15, so that makes it 60% dexterity there. So we don't have to spy off a boss because we won't need that really. But yeah, so this does obviously increase a lot. 120 damage per shot. I'm shooting 2 shots per second. As you can see, maybe there are 2 shots per second. And I'm doing a lot of damage. Obviously with how this is going to be now, I need the aggro to build up, because this is just going to be easy to deal with a sword. There we go. So I should have got hit there, but I didn't. And obviously this now triggers an explosion on zombies, but that's fine. I would kind of think obviously Dawn maybe should have that extra effect, but obviously it doesn't really do much. The slowness effect isn't actually as noticeable. It might be noticeable with bosses and such, but because of how we are dealing with this sword, it doesn't really have much. I would say that this is a obviously dramatic increase in how this is used, but I would also say be careful with this at the same time, because it might not be as a viable option still. I do feel as if being knocked back on these aren't especially good. One thing you get away with obviously with the character setup I've got is high damage, and you can actually use this with crowd control as well, but there are certain ones here that you want to kind of get done dusted. I obviously need to still finish my mastery for this, so I will maybe grind a little bit of the 55 ammo I've got. But I would probably say that this isn't a particularly bad one to pick up. Obviously there is still better ones out there, so for example, I probably would still stick with the Gut Stitcher when I have it again. I would probably say the Marauder might be a bit better still, but it might not have the same kind of effect as it used to. The biggest draw for the Dawn stuff is obviously there's no proficiency requirement for them. They also have a slowness effect, so it does may help, and the armor penetration is maybe at best as well. So this is fundamentally better for these kind of enemies. However, I would say the crowd control could do with being a lot better overall. With the I'm going to just get hit constantly here because of, you know, explosives. With the base effect, I'm going to take this back, and I'm also going to keep shooting because obviously I want that mastery increase there. So with the base cap form of it, I would probably give it a 5 to be honest. Like it's an SMG, it works for what it is. In terms of obviously the full potential, I would probably give it a 7. It's not a massive difference in terms of what it's actually for. So SMGs aren't necessarily for looting, they're not for that at all, but the 50% obviously noise reduction, it does make this a little bit more of a viable option. The only issue with this specific SMG is I don't feel as if the damage is high enough to justify making this, unfortunately. The Dawn SMG is obviously one of the nicer ones to have, but I still feel like there is better ones out there, and ones I still need to kind of review at the same time. But I would still say the Gut Stitcher holds a lot more of a better promise compared to this one. The only thing really going for this is it has the noise reduction and it has a slowness effect. That really is fundamentally helpful. It does have a bit of faster firing speed than the Gut Stitcher, but I'm not sold on this unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. The Dawn Dusk, X-Dusk and Dawn SMG did have something going for it before the SMG update with the drop off, and well as the critical chance. Obviously the critical chance for it was okay, it was average, but the other thing of this is that these had no drop off, which made them a lot more viable in terms of doing this. But I think since it's changed, it's not really got the same kind of position as it used to, and fundamentally the Dawn SMGs, the Dusk, X-Dusk and Dawn has kind of fallen to a wayside for that in honesty. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion. I hope you obviously enjoy this. This is kind of the first actual video I've done since I've been back. Let me know what you guys think of this. Is this a weapon you would craft? Is this a weapon you would use? Is it maybe a wee cheeky viable weapon for looting? Let me know in the comments, and I shall see you guys there, and goodbye.